You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast, featuring hosts J-Hove, Jeff, and Weezy. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back, and some of you for the first time, to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Coach Lock in the building. Say what's up, Couch.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Weezy's out on assignment.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Weezy.
Shout out to
Congratulations,
him.
my brother.
Major assignment.
Major assignment. Big boy assignment.
Hey, big dog things going right there.
Congratulations, Weezy.
Most
man.
definitely.
Most definitely, man. Episode 276, we are unveiling our postseason picks for the 2019 NBA awards.
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
Better damn know it. Better damn believe it. Cameraman, where you at, Doc?
Need our thumbs up, bro.
How you doing, man?
Yeah,
Two of them.
Double thumbs up.
Stay woke.
Stay woke. Damn right. Damn right. Let's kick it out. Best of the week, Weezy. Which I said Weezy. Goddamn. Best of the week. Coach Lock, what you got?
Man, my best of the week, I got a couple of them. They kind of go in together, though. First, shout out to the Nashville boys. Jordan Bone, Darius Garland being drafted in this year's NBA draft. Darius went number 5 to the Cavs. Jordan went 57 to the Pelicans, but he will be in Detroit. So that's big for the city of Nashville. And then the other part is shout out to the OVC basketball conference I played in Tennessee State. Shout out to Big Blue. It was the first time since 1954 that 2 players from the OVC were drafted in the first round since 2 kids from Western Kentucky did it. And Tom Marshall and Jack Turner were selected with the 7th and 8th pick out of Western Kentucky.
It was balling in Western Kentucky.
That's tough right there.
Jeff, what you got best of the week?
I got 2 as well, man. Shout out to Moms. Mom's birthday is today.
Hey, happy birthday.
She turned 21. So tell everybody she turned 21.
Nah. 21 a big year.
She can drink now. I don't know how the math work out for that, but it's whatever. And Rich Paul, man. Rich Paul and Clutch Sports. That's my best of the week. They run the world right now.
For sure. Hell yeah.
We're getting AD where he wanted to go.
Yeah.
Somehow that Darius Baisley stuff worked out and he got drafted
in the first round.
In the first round, too.
Didn't play a game for a whole year.
Yeah, man. So they run the world right now.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
Yeah. My best of the week is Best Buy. Apple announced that Best Buy now offers authorized repairs on its products at each and every one of their retail stores. This gives consumers an important alternative to visiting their nearest Apple store for same-day iPhone screen replacement. Just for FYI, Best Buy recommends that customers make an appointment drop off before 6 p.m. So it's a huge deal for anybody with an iPhone.
Yeah.
Just to be able to, Best Buy is a little bit more accessible. The line isn't as long as the Apple store.
Not even close.
So it's cool
It's a day.
Oh, man, it's a day. You're in there hanging out. So huge deal in the world of my iPhone. And shout out to my iPhones. I know Parham's listening. He's excited about that because he switches his phone
consistently
every time there's a release.
Every other quarter?
For sure. Close to shit.
Every one single update to the phone.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to him.
I know he listens.
He is.
For sure. What's your worst of the week, Lock?
Man, 70-year-old Nicholas Simon, who's about 5'3", 119 pounds, who's a DJ in homeschool because he has sickle cell anemia and asthma. They won't allow him 10 regular high school classes in Brooklyn, New York. Was walking down the street where he just came from the park with the basketball. You can see him dribbling, has a book bag on, and the police ran up on him and took him down to the ground, kneeled on him, placed him in a wrestling hold, and interrogated him all without cause. Now, his medical condition requires him to stay hydrated. He asked the police for water. They wouldn't give it to him. He was taken into custody, but received a summons when officers determined he was not involved in a shooting where shots were fired near where the police took him down. So they had no reason. They just saw him and just pulled up on him. It's a video. It's bad.
He about to get paid.
Yeah,
facts.
Sure. Get paid, young
Get
fella.
you a lawyer.
Your worst of the week, man. We got it. Come on, man. Your worst of the week be really the worst of the week.
Ain't that what it's for?
That's
Yeah,
like
but-
two shows in a row.
That's what it's for.
Somebody was
I mean,
drive-by, rest in peace last time.
I
then
see that and I'm like, man, that's terrible. That's worse.
Then you got to walk by.
I'm saying,
You know what I'm saying?
hey, God bless that man. Is still
For
alive
sure.
to tell his
Most
story.
definitely, most definitely. Most definitely, man. Prayers up to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what you got, Joe?
John Morant not playing in the summer league.
That's some slaw.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing.
That ain't nothing.
It's like maybe 2 or 3 people not gonna play him. Cam Reddish, I don't think Cam Reddish should play either.
Yeah. I mean, but we wasn't
Smart by those guys.
No, he's saying he wasn't trying to see Cam Reddish. He wanted to see Ja.
Yeah, I wanted to see Ja. I know what Cam brings to the table.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little later. But I wanted to see Ja. Though.
Yeah.
Can you blame him for not playing?
No.
I mean,
I'm just
coming
being
off a
selfish.
major surgery.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm just being selfish, Coach.
I know. Trust me. I get it. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I get it. Trust me.
Most of that.
What
My
you got?
worst of the week, I got Kyrie Irving, man. Thursday morning, a man going by the name of Mikey in Waltham called into the Zolak and Bertrand radio show, 98.5. Did you guys hear about this in Boston? Unfortunately, right? All right. Mikey went on to say, and I'll give you the cliff notes, that Boston fans are partially to blame for Kyrie leaving in free agency because they didn't welcome him more.
Wow.
Mikey and Waltham's inflection, slight accent, delivery sounded very similar to the person he was talking about, which is Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
If this was Kyrie, listen, which I 100%, I'm telling
You believe it's Kyrie?
I'm betting some money.
Oh my God.
I believe it was Kyrie.
Come on,
He needs help, and there's no way I would sign him to my team. And I'm telling you, I'm worried about him.
Did he sound like Uncle Drew?
No, he sounded like Kyrie Irving.
That's the sad part.
On the wake up.
Like, it was rough. It was rough. Listen,
Do you think it was Kyrie?
I don't. I
You
think
don't?
it was impersonator.
What about you? Have you heard it?
I didn't listen to it.
Dude,
I
I'm telling you.
refused. I was like, I don't even want to know.
Because if it's Kyrie, it takes everything to the next level. The burner account.
Yeah,
it
he
takes all
that's
this.
worse.
He overpassing Kevin D with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awful, man. That's awful.
Okay.
And make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, IG, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and last but not least, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. How do you do that? You search for Sport Press Podcast on all your social medias. Then you also check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee and producer M Extra on the boards every Wednesday. And this week's episode is the Where Are They Now? Freshman Class of 2014 episode. Y'all check that out.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a class when you really break it down.
Yeah.
Rich Homie, Gates, Chance,
Yeah.
my guy Troy L.
He had a rough one.
Troy, now listen.
At the time,
He
of
started
that time,
strong.
Yeah.
At the
2014,
time-
2015.
Yeah.
Started
It was his
strong.
time.
Yeah.
The thing is with, I think, some of the freshman classes, you
Okay.
can tell that some of these people paid in because you've never heard of them before or after the freshman class. I'm not going to say any names, but if you look at that list, you can tell every year there's 2, maybe 3 people that you're like,
They had a label and put some money behind
Cut the check,
it.
huh?
Yeah, 'cause
Paid
it's like,
up.
who in the world is that?
you damn right, for sure. Don't forget, the boys are back. 3 different podcasts, one mashup show to kick off spring 2019, featuring FSP, On Deck TV, and Fresh for Dummies. The fellas discuss 3 sports topics, 3 hip hop topics, and 3 fashion topics. Tell a friend to support the real, man. Shout out to the guys. Had a huge celebration in Atlanta over the weekend, man. Big deal. Again, congratulations on everything, and 300 more.
Gold bottles everywhere.
Go bar boys.
Go bar
That's
boys.
what they call us.
That's right.
Most definitely.
And if you ever want to get a good laugh,
Mhm.
just listen to Jay somehow explain his Chicago Bulls and make it sound good. I'm telling you guys, listen to that show just for that.
That one hurt. That one hurt. For sure.
You can read up on your favorite FSP co-host. All right. And purchase your FSP merchandise and catch up on the past episodes from the shows we just mentioned and much, much more. How you do that, Jazz Coach Lock? Just simply search www.realvillemedia.com. Tell a friend to support the real. OMG.
RMG, most definitely. Jeff, you got 10 good wrestling seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get it.
All right, so WWE Stomping Grounds is tomorrow, this weekend. So you guys know what that means.
Hey.
Lock been waiting.
Yeah, I've been waiting to get
Let's
who
get
you
it.
got.
All right, it's another episode of Who You Got. We're going to start off with Bayley versus Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown's Women's Championship. Who you got, Jay?
Give me Bailey.
Coach?
Give me Alexis.
All right.
Who you got, Jeff?
Whew.
That's how he be getting out. He be getting his picks. Come on with that pick.
I got Bayley.
You got Bailey?
man.
Did I pick Bailey?
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
I don't
cool,
like that.
cool.
All right. So next, we got Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's Championship. Who you got, Coach?
Who's the champion right now?
Becky Lynch is the
cheating,
champion.
bro.
Oh, she gonna
It's
retain.
cheating, bro. You can't ask
Why
that.
can't her?
Where you go, man? Cheat. I got Becky Lynch for sure.
Yeah, nah, it's probably the safest pick of the night. Is Becky on this one. All right, now it's gonna get real. We got Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin for the Universal Championship. Seth Rollins is the champion.
Jeff, you gotta stop cheating too.
Okay, you're right. All right. I mean,
I'm going with Seth.
I was going with Seth for sure.
Yeah, go with Seth on
Okay.
that. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, if Baron Corbin wins that match, WWE's
It's gonna be an
uproar.
uproar.
They in trouble.
Uproar.
See, he can't win that.
He can't win. Okay.
And the match of the night, Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship inside of a steel cage.
Oh, Kofi.
Yeah, Kofi.
Gotta
Kofi on
go
the run.
Kofi's on the run.
Kofi's on the run.
Kofi's on,
I mean, I know a little bit, Jeff. You hear that? Kofi on the run. Camera's always on.
I got Kofi, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the match of the night, though.
Okay.
So that is who you got. We have results next week.
Sure, 10 good wrestling seconds, man. Move right along. In case you missed it, NBA Reddit has officially shut down their streams. The community on Reddit shared live streams for every single NBA game, including the playoffs, and most of them were available in HD and were mobile compatible. The thread had more than 400,000 subscribers and enabled a piracy on a massive scale. The move followed reports that viewership of the NBA Finals were down 19%, and mounting pressure from the NBA had contributed to this decision. The good thing is the moderator of the thread claims a replacement for NBA streams will be available very soon. But this was something that was necessary because you could watch every game. They did this because some places were blacked out. So that's why it was created. Here's the thing with piracy. There's always a replacement. It will be a replacement for sure. That's
Every
the cool
time.
thing about it.
Every time.
It makes me excited.
Reddit is a dark place.
Dude, Reddit? Shout out to Spike Lee. He's a Redditor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man, dude, Reddit. And we talk about this all the time in the group chat. Those streams, extremely clear.
Yeah.
Dude, those streams, and sometimes I was watching Clay go against the Bulls when he had the 12 threes in the game.
Yeah.
And I was watching, he had a headband on. He ended up with, I think he finished with 14 threes.
Yeah. Something crazy.
Something crazy. Man, dude, it's crystal clear. My first time really using it. I was like, dude, like, there's no reason. Like, you don't need the NBA pass, league pass.
yeah.
You don't need that.
No.
The Reddit stream. So
That's why they made sure they
that's
got
why-
rid of it.
Exactly.
The NBA losing that money.
People cutting that cord, man. So it's a big deal, man. I can't wait for the replacement, though. Tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend
To tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
that the revolution will be podcasted. And before we get started with the first half, we have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners. And this is Kellen Winslow Jr., former NFL tight end. Kellen Winslow II was convicted of rape, indecent exposure, and lewd conduct on Monday. You would think that would be enough for a yellow box, but look,
There's more.
there are some alarming details emerging from his NFL days. He could count on having an empty seat next to him on any flight due to his ritual of watching hardcore porn on his portable DVD player. On one occasion, an equipment manager tasked with delivering gear to lockers after hours walked in on Winslow masturbating at his locker 2 seats away from the entrance. And he often watched porn on his smartphone during meetings. And last but not least, no, 2 more. Listen to this. Teammates begged out of shared hotel room assignments with Winslow because he watched porn and masturbated in the open with no regard of who was in the room. And last but not least, later on in his career, cameraman Kellen Winslow acquired a life-size silicone mold of a woman's torso, complete with a vagina and an anus, to bring with him on road trips.
Hey, for real, man. Like, there was signs.
Dude.
There were signs.
He
Like,
has a real problem.
Yeah. Somebody should have helped him out.
That's a real problem.
And I was blaming CTE for a lot of this stuff that he was doing.
Nah.
But to listen, whatever he was convicted of,
Yeah.
he without a doubt did 100% of what he did.
No question.
There's no question in my mind. And his dad's such a stand-up dude,
Yeah.
man.
You know how thrown off you got to be on a plane?
Dog. With
Like,
your search category wide
come
open
on,
like that.
man.
No, you know, I thought if we got to be in a hotel room sharing it with another grown man to just pull it up and just start going at it right in front of this man.
Dude.
Come on, dude.
And I dead ass,
Yeah.
I was 100% blaming this on CTE. When people bring it up,
Nah,
like it's,
I definitely was.
no, this
He
dude got a problem.
This leads me to believe he was doing this in college.
Oh, it
Way
ain't no
before that.
question.
Yeah, Jesus.
Kellen Winslow, Congratulations.
You got a box.
You got a yellow box for sure.
Man,
Man, that was rough. Let's get started with the first half.
let's do it.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am J Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your man, Coach Lock.
Coach Lock, where can they find you at on social media, my brother?
Man, nothing has changed. Twitter and IG. It's Lock_the_great. That's THA.
Sure.
Holla at me on Twitter for sure.
Yeah.
Instagram. I have to check it out.
Yeah, check it out for sure. What you got, Jeff?
Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Yeah. And I am J Hove on Instagram and the Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter's a wide open conversation. We can talk. Come full with your boy. Cameraman's not in here. His
Got
You've been missing a lot this week.
he's FSP_cameraman on the gram. Send him a shout out. Holla at him. Sliding his DMs, ladies.
Ladies.
Wow.
You look good.
Let's kick off the first half of the 2019 NBA draft winners and losers. The 2019 NBA draft was one for the ages. The draft featured double-digit numbers of trades, pick swapping left and right, and a whole lot of surprise selections. After 5+ hours of drafting, we are here with the winners and losers from the draft. Let's kick it off, man, with some winners. Who you guys got?
Before we do that, can we say something though?
Talk to me.
They've got to shorten this draft for just to be 2 rounds.
What they have to do is shorten the clock on the second one.
Yeah. Which they did, but
well, it was 5
shorter.
minutes before, and I think they brought it down to maybe 250.
250, yeah,
250.
250. Yeah, like I tried to watch that whole second round.
Me and Locke watched that thing. What was up with
12?
12 because
Yeah.
I clocked out about 10:45. I was like, I'm not
Really, they need to. They don't need 5 minutes for first round either. They
That's
can do the
true.
same. They need to shorten it to 4.
to 3.
3.
That's
3 to
even
5.
better.
Yeah.
Because think about it, you taking 2 minutes off each draft.
That's true.
It's 60 minutes.
I agree.
So wow.
And a lot of those picks were in because
Yeah,
if you were following on Twitter,
Yeah, they
it
already
was
knew.
in.
The Pelicans took the whole 5 minutes.
Like, come on, man. Why?
That was TV.
Why?
That was real suspense. Yeah, but yeah.
Come on, man.
My bad. I
Yeah.
didn't
No, that was a good point, though, Jeff, for sure.
Facts.
What about a winner, Jeff?
I got the Hawks.
Got the Hawks.
The Hawks. They took Luka Doncic, flipped him into 2 players, flipped him into Trae Young, flipped him into Cam Reddish.
It's true.
Yeah, in the words of the great Manny Fresh, it ain't funny no more. It ain't funny no more.
It ain't funny in Atlanta no more.
Yeah, they was saying.
That's
It was how can you trade Luka
Right, that's
Doncic
true.
for that? It ain't funny no more.
Yeah.
And then you get DeAndre Hunt on top of that. I'm just saying.
They ain't had that.
They looking
look good.
smart in
With
Atlanta
DeAndre
right
Hunter,
now.
that helps out. With DeAndre Hunter, that helps out. That was a good trade,
Yeah,
man.
shout out to the Hawks.
Yeah,
Man.
shout out to the Hawks. They are due. They are due.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are due.
Facts.
For sure. They need
Facts.
You got to win a little.
Yeah, man. My first one is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
Of course, everybody knows they took Darius Garland with their number 5 pick.
Right.
But then they get shooters to go in Cleveland.
Sure.
You got Dylan Windler out of Belmont
Yeah.
and Kevin Porter Jr.
Yeah. Who's a player?
Player.
Yes, so the Cavs went from being trash
Yeah.
to having a great young core.
Yeah, for sure. What do they do with
Colin.
DG and
Oh.
Colin?
I mean, I'm
You playing them together?
Dame and CJ.
You can try.
Yeah, that's
because-
not gonna work.
You
Because
don't think so?
Because here's the thing, and Locke can attest to this: Dame and CJ can both score
Mhm.
as far on the perimeter.
True.
Colin got to get into the rack.
Yeah.
But DG can shoot better than them.
For
So
He can't shoot. He can shoot better than Dame.
No. He
Yeah.
can shoot better than
Colin.
Colin.
Yeah.
So he can
Oh,
be
for
the
sure.
CJ. Of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
group.
for sure.
He can
I
be
get you.
CJ. Originally was relying on his jump shot more
Yeah.
than anything, right? He
Yeah,
developed
for
his
sure.
game, so he can be that more so
Yeah.
than anything. If
But
that's
you
how
can-
they're gonna work, if that's how they're gonna
But
run,
you can't take that ball out of DG hands, though. In order to do that, you got to put the ball in Colin's hand.
and that's gonna be an adjustment.
Yeah.
I'm trading Colin Sexton for a solid shooting guard, which they don't have. They have Kevin Porter, but I'm talking about maybe an established vet,
Yeah.
since they already have Kevin Love, Double T, who Darius stay the hell away from, far away from.
Hey.
Hope and pray.
Hey.
I'm stay on them about that,
Hey.
but yeah, they need a solid number 2.
But you're right.
Yeah, for me, stay the hell away.
Speaking
from
of facts,
them. Yeah, nah, for sure.
Stay off that reality show,
Yeah,
bro.
man,
Man.
please. PG. If you don't listen to nothing I say, do that. The Pelicans, man, I have as a winner. They traded down and also unloaded Solomon Hills.
Yeah.
Terrible contract. Turned that number 4 pick with from the Anthony Davis trade into Jackson Hayes, and my sleeper in the draft, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. So to give themselves a ton of chances to build a brand new starter, replace AD with Zion, and then you have complementary pieces and a really good big man to build who's just scratching the surface of being a basketball player. He didn't play varsity basketball till his senior year of high school.
Crazy.
It's nuts.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, so for sure. Anybody got another winner?
Yeah, I do.
Let's do it.
Canada.
I agree. 100%.
6 players in the first round. That's a record. Well, I mean, not the first round. 6 players drafted with 4 in the first round.
Yeah.
R.J. Barrett, Brandon Clark, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, your boy, and Mfiondu Kabigili.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Coach. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
One ain't gonna try it.
And that's a winner for me too, because they're coming off of the country's first NBA title, possibility maybe signing Kawhi Leonard, which we'll talk about next week. But the wave of talent entering the league, considering the fact you already have Jamal Murray, you already have my guy
Andrew
Double
Wiggins.
T, Andrew. We'll talk about Andrew.
We are.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Wiggo,
but he represents Canada.
But again, he's representing Canada. But big day for Canada.
I think Wiggins started it though. Like he was one of the first, not one of the first, but he was one of this generation now. They see him as like he was the guy they looked up to coming through the ring.
He was a starter.
Yeah.
Came down to Huntington in prep.
Yeah.
Killed. Yeah. Goes to Kansas. No Kansas players drafted.
It's weird.
Not one.
I thought Lawson was going to get it, but
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Another winner.
To me, the winners were Coach Cal, Coach K, and your man in Carolina.
Yeah.
They continue being able to sit down and say, "I can get you in the league.
I can get you in the league.
Come here, sir. I can get you in the league."
Yeah.
Because they just I couldn't believe how many players from those 3 teams was drafted in the first round.
Yeah, that's another one of my winners.
Yeah.
With Cam Johnson being drafted, that gives us 3 players in the first round. So we had Cam, Nasir Little, who fell, but he fell into the right spot, and my guy Kobe White. So who with Cam Johnson, let's give him some credit. I thought that Nas Little would go 11, and Cam Johnson would go 25,
right?
And it was totally switched. So let you know how hard of a task it is to play in the NBA, but it gives an testament how hard he worked, because this guy went to Pittsburgh for 2 years, then transferred to North Carolina. If he stays in Pittsburgh, I don't think he gets drafted.
Right.
Not 11 anyway. For sure. Anybody else got another winner?
You mentioned it. You mentioned my Portland.
Oh, Portland. Okay.
Yeah.
Your boy Wesley Wrong.
That's Spike Lee guy.
Jumped into a lottery pit.
He did.
I didn't see that coming. You know, I mean, I know coming out of high school, he was a highly recruited. But it didn't quite work out like he thought it would in Indiana. Now, injuries, of course, lack of players around him had him to do it. That
shot 30% from 3 in college, coach.
Yeah, that's not.
You get a shooter, coach. You got to shoot more than.
That's not good.
But go ahead, my bad.
So him jumping into the lottery is a winner for him for sure.
Yeah,
Red Sleeve Wrong.
Shout out to Lou. My last winner, the Memphis Grizzlies. They were in a rebuild, man. You get rid of Marc Gasol. The grit and grind era is over with Mike Conley leaving. So you added in Ja, and you get a steal with Coach Locke's guy, Brandon Clark, going 24th. And you get a 2024 second rounder to get him. Man, this kid is going to help Ja Morant. I'm getting a Memphis Grizzlies jersey. I'm excited about Memphis. I'm going to go see him play in Memphis.
That's where you should.
This kid is special, and I just hope that you mix him with Jaren Jackson. Is a recipe to rebuild something new in Memphis, man. And Memphis needs it, for sure. For sure. Let's move on to the losers. Anybody else got another winner?
Nah,
Let's move on to the losers. Anybody want to go first?
What the hell is Phoenix doing?
Man,
I know that shit guy.
Well,
I know that shit guy.
Yeah.
Hindsight, it worked out.
You think so?
Hindsight.
But
talk to me.
Sitting there watching that when they know they need a point guard and the point guard you think they're gonna get is sitting there and you trade and don't take it.
Right.
But see, the thing is, they got rid of that 6th pick. Got the 11th pick. Got Cam Johnson. As you lose T.J. Warren, you bring somebody in who can shoot better than T.J. Warren.
Possibly.
Just
In theory, that's probably what they were thinking.
In theory. And then you have to worry about a kid like you're re-signing my boy Kelly Oubre. But then the thing that people aren't talking about, you don't trade the number 6 pick without knowing that you got somebody coming.
Yes, sir.
Somebody coming.
Who?
I think Kyrie Irving's going to Phoenix.
if Kyrie Irving leave the Boston Celtics for Phoenix, he does believe the Earth is flat.
Between that, I don't think Kimba will go there. I think maybe D'Lo might have promised.
D'Lo maybe.
Here's the thing though, if 100% guarantee this, if Kyrie signs with Brooklyn, D'Lo is going to Phoenix. I guarantee that.
I know we're gonna talk about this next week, but I think D'Lo to me is a better fit for Minnesota.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
But
Wiggo though, man, you got Wiggo.
But you got Towns.
You got
put D'Lo with Towns.
That's his boy.
You put him with Towns.
That's his boy.
That's must see TV.
But his best friend plays in Phoenix. Hard to turn down the best friend.
That's
true.
D-Book is his best friend.
Yeah, you're gonna go play with your boy.
You're gonna play with your boy.
Ain't no question about it.
But if that don't work, Phoenix. Phoenix just ruined this whole draft.
Okay. I agree with that. That makes sense. Yeah.
I had Bobo predicted lottery pick before going to college, and then he was predicted to go in the first round, and he missed that all the way down to 44.
Yeah,
he was so mad, just sitting there waiting. He got up, walked out,
he left,
went to the back.
Yeah,
and I'm sure
he got in the car.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably got the call, and they was like, "Come back," you know, because it would have looked bad if they drafted him and he's gone.
Right.
When we clearly saw you sitting in the green room. So I think he's gonna be fine though. I think a lot of people are gonna regret not taking him because he can play.
Yeah, but
he just got to stay healthy.
That's the thing.
Coach, I'm gonna be real. He's 7'2". He don't weigh 200 pounds.
Yeah. But, okay, so look at it like this.
I'm dead serious, Jeff. He don't weigh 200 pounds.
They say he do. They say he's 208.
He's not. He's probably 196.
Easy.
So, but this is my thing, and I thought about it. Think about his dad.
His dad,
light ass,
short career.
But it was a much more physical game back then.
True.
He's going to be playing a lot more finesse. You know, they'll put him down there, but he'll be able to step out a lot more.
Because he's 7'6", right?
7'2".
7'2". Yeah,
7'2".
So I think him playing out more than his dad did will help. But he's going to have to still get in the weight room and pick up some weight. Don't get me wrong.
Because what do you do with that? They can shoot a straight ball at 7'2". What do you do?
They can handle the ball.
They can handle the ball.
Exactly.
You just gotta I don't know what the hell you do with it. He's Don Maker.
Protein
Don
shake.
Maker the same way.
Yeah.
Protein shake.
Now I'm telling you, genetics, just like what you said, bro. He's a little thin in the cakes.
Yeah,
his dad was thin in the cakes.
Yeah.
So in turn, I don't think genetically he can do it.
Yeah.
He going to do something.
And that's why he fell to 44.
Well, I mean, KD picked up a little weight.
But if it works,
A little bit.
if it
KD
works,
put on 15 pounds in 14 years.
you might have got a transcendent talent at 44
to go along with MPJ.
Yeah. So if it works, they look like geniuses, right?
Sure.
So I agree with you on that, coach. But sitting around watching them, that's definitely loud.
Yeah.
Another loser for me is the Washington Wizards, man. You reached at 9 to get Rui Hachimura.
Rui?
And who is this is the thing.
That's your
the
man,
Wizards.
too.
Who's man?
Wow.
Rui.
They ain't my man, you know. You know, Rui?
You didn't talk about him at Gonzaga, how he was a player and all that?
No, I ain't. You remember that? You don't remember that, do you? Can't remember. Keep it a bug now. I ain't said a thing about Rui Hachimura, but here's the thing. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Listen, with Rui, the Wizards don't play defense.
No.
Why do you get a player that can't play defense?
That's true.
That don't make any sense. And then you bring in Jonathan Simmons, who can't play defense. That's why he didn't play in Philly.
No.
They just going to keep it going.
So you're not going to play defense.
They don't want to play
Continue
defense.
the trend. Just don't outscore you.
That's why they're going to fit in.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't play defense.
I don't know. Anybody else got another loser?
I had Bobo suit.
And he was fresh though, and he had to.
It
was
fresh.
No, I'm talking about shoes.
Oh,
he had good
okay.
Air Force Ones on,
Yeah,
off
but-
white joints.
Yeah, but you can't
That
put
suit,
the,
though.
Yeah.
It's Spider.
I can see if he had the nickname Spider-Man.
Yeah. Dr. Mitch was like, "Hold up, bro.
Right. Give me what you doing?
Spider.
That wasn't nothing. You're right, Jeff. That wasn't
That was
nothing.
definitely on my list.
That was awful.
My last loser I have is Marvin Bagley. After the Kings, the big man called himself the best rapper in the NBA. He watched Damian Lillard. Coach Locke's boy.
That's my boy.
Drop a diss track hours into the draft.
Yeah.
And Bagley dropped his own track, but garnered half, maybe a fraction of the attention, which wasn't bad. But I hate to see Bagley go out like
That
that.
4 songs in now.
And they said they're done though.
Yeah, but Bagley came back the second time. Like, you know.
I'm happy that they have a real job. Stick to that. But Dame can rap though.
Yeah, but
Both of them can.
but my boy,
Dame can rap.
Dame
though.
can rap.
Dame-
Dame can
but-
rap really well.
take that studio time and get back to the gym.
Yeah.
So you can continue to progress.
Yeah.
You know, they locked you in the trunk first round last year.
Yeah.
You bounced back.
Yeah.
You got out, made it to the semifinals. Now you got to take that same workout, improve so we can get to the conference finals.
Yeah.
Now, You know, for leader.
Progress.
Yeah, that's all it's about.
That's what it's about.
Growth.
Yeah.
Growth.
let's keep it in the NBA, guys. Now, this definitely took longer than I thought, but the relationship between James Harden and Chris Paul has become unsalvageable, according to a report by Yahoo Sports. Paul and Harden reportedly went nearly 2 months without speaking during the season, creating a toxic environment, not only for their teammates, but for everyone involved in the Houston Rockets franchise.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Paul, the Rockets GM, Daryl Morey, and even Austin Rivers on TMZ have called this fake news.
Yeah.
Who do we believe on this?
This Morey, you gotta downplay the trade so you can keep some type of trade value for a guy that has $124 million left in a 3-year deal, which is an albatross of a contract. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is CP3's window, Hakeem Olajuwon style.
Mm-hmm.
This is the red shirt year. This is a gap year for the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
So the West is a lot more open than
Right.
it was last season, and they won 65 games. So this is their best chance of winning the Western Conference. The Warriors is clearly on their red shirt season. The Lakers could have a star-studded lineup, but they don't have depth.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the Nuggets and the Blazers, likely still two, maybe
Couple of years.
2, maybe 3 years away. So this is their best chance as far as a ring. He has to figure out ways to get this fixed.
Yeah.
If that's trading Clint Capella, you have to make sure that happens. But you have to fix this ASAP.
I think but if they trade Capella, I think that'll hurt them.
Yeah, well, I think they're going to replace him. I think they're going to get Hassan Whiteside. And I think with Hassan Whiteside, he'll look really good with Chris Paul. Can you
He
imagine
definitely
him
do
with
that.
Chris Paul?
Yeah.
Is it over with Hassan Whiteside?
No, he just
Now, if you give Chris Paul, it's
You think
not.
so? Okay.
It'd be Tyson Chandler all over again.
David West,
You know.
Yeah.
DeAndre
Well, no,
Jordan.
he definitely makes him look
Blake.
great. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that. Yeah, I'm just saying. I just want
That's
to
what
see his
Jeff
in the
saying.
game.
He won't have the ball enough to get it to Hassan
Yeah.
Whiteside.
It's gonna be a problem.
Because goddamn James Harden dribbling the ball into the ground.
Listen, they said that Chris Paul would be in the game on offense and would be begging Dan and Tony to not put James Harden back in.
That's crazy.
And Harden would be on the bench begging to get in the game.
Yeah.
See, that's bad.
Because Chris is trying to get the offense rolling.
Yeah.
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 Like, I bet
So if you trade him,
Chris
this is the
Paul.
best trade for Chris Paul.
Oh man.
The Rockets trade him to Boston, and the Rockets receive Wiggins, and the T-Wolves get Gordon Hayward. You feel me?
No.
That's the only thing that can help. Because you're going to lose every point guard in Boston. There's not going to be anybody there.
Because
But
Terry's gone.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
And
Kyrie's
Kyrie's
gone.
Whatever.
they need somebody to distribute the ball. That's what CP is going to do.
Yeah. And CP can go there with Tatum and okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll make Tatum look great.
But Wiggins goes where? He goes
Houston.
to Houston. Man.
He goes to Houston.
And then it's over with
Houston lost that trade.
Yeah.
Wiggins-
Because Gordon Hayward
we
goes
have
to Minnesota.
32 minutes in, we have absolutely flamed Andrew Wiggins 32 minutes. My God.
Hey, man, he did to himself.
Yeah.
But that's the best trade. Option.
You remember when everybody tanked for that draft class?
Hell yeah.
For the Wiggins and
Jabari Parker.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's how Jabari Parker said in courtside at a shot game.
Yeah.
Man.
Shout out to
Scary hour.
Yeah, the injuries, boy.
Sure.
Yeah, injuries for
Yeah.
him. Injuries for Jabari, most definitely.
Man. So we're gonna talk about some of y'all's favorite dad.
Uncle LeVar.
My man was on First Take discussing the AD trade to the Lakers for his son Lonzo and other players when he made a statement that First Take host Molly Quirm found offensive. So what did he say? Molly asked Ball if she could switch gears with him, that she had a question for him, and he responded by saying, and I quote, "You can switch gears with me anytime," end quote. Now, because of this statement, ESPN banned Ball from all of their platforms as of now. Now, Representative for Ball issued a statement saying after his appearance and insisted that his comment was at no time intended or meant to be sexual in nature. Now, when he said this, you could see Stephen A. Smith look at him like, you know you done messed up, right?
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
Right.
You know, she said, Molly came out and said she was 100% supportive of ESPN and their decision.
Yeah.
And that's all she really want to talk about it. Do you believe what he said was meant sexual when he said it?
I don't think so. I don't think it was meant as sexual, but it was meant to shock. He's kind of a shock jock.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out and says whatever he says. I don't think it was meant as sexual, and I don't like the narrative that they're pushing that he's like a sexual predator or something like that. I don't like that.
Right.
But at the same time, you know where you're at, and you have to be respectful of where you're at. Like in turn, you're inside a church. You're not gonna be in the church and out loud talking and swearing.
Yeah.
You have to know where the hell you are.
Right.
And he is a grown man with grown kids, and he knows better than this, dog.
Jeff, you
Man, look, I'm gonna say this. What he said, he may not have intended it to be taken that way.
Yeah.
But when he said it, everybody cringed
Yeah.
because you knew it's like, oh, come on,
Yeah.
Vaughn. You know what I mean?
Come on,
I know when I saw, I was like, he can't, he done.
Yeah.
But first, when I heard about it, I was like, well, okay, let me hear what he said. And I saw the tape, he done.
Yeah.
Because you can't argue against it. Like it's 2019. Like Jay said, know where you are.
Yeah.
Know where you are.
Know the room.
Yeah, know your room.
And even with that, I think this was the chance. People have been trying to put him in the grave anyway.
Yeah.
And they were looking on a reason. Like
Yeah.
OJ Simpson, you go and go to Vegas and you steal memorabilia. They were waiting on you, dog.
that was your one.
They were waiting on you, dog.
Yeah.
Like they wait on you to do these things. And this was LeVar's a booby trap, and he fell into it. But more than anything, I think Lonzo is going to be affected the most by this. I think it's time for Lonzo might have to make a choice that a lot of successful stars do, from Floyd Mayweather to Beyonce to Michael Jackson to their path to greatness. You got to fire your dad.
Yeah.
I think it's time, you know.
Because he said he's going back with Big Baller Bird.
Yeah, that was my thing.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you've been injured every year that you've played in there. No injuries prior to that.
Yeah.
You've been playing in Nikes, Adidas, whatever the hell you're playing in. It's like the damage that your dad it's irreplaceable to the point that the relationship you have with your dad. But what also is irreparable is the damage that he's done worldwide. You walk into the place and you say, I'm Big Baller Brand. Dude, you already know what it is. You know, so
it's a clown show.
I think, you know, you can't technically fire your dad, just like Floyd didn't fire Floyd Senior. You know, Beyonce.
But he
There's some
pushed him to the
separation.
side.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, he brought in Uncle Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Brought him up. So,
the pros are not outweighing the cons with that. Like you said. My thoughts, I'm on the fence about it because I say if there would have been Max, and we talked about this in the chat, if there would have been Max that said, can I switch gears with you for a moment?
Yeah.
I don't think he would have said, you can switch gears with me anytime.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when he heard her say that, he probably assumed that she was going to say some crazy question. He's always ready for that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm on the fence, because I don't think he would have said it if it would have been a man that said that to him. But he was ready for the crazy question because he's already ready to say whatever.
Yeah.
So do y'all give any credence to the fact that he's done it before on First Take? That he's made the statement before and did the same gesture before and no repercussions behind it.
Again, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
They were waiting on their opportunity, their OJ opportunity, and they're going to drop the hammer on him. We'll see him on other things, but it won't be through ESPN.
Know your climate, man.
Speaking of OJ, y'all following him on Twitter?
No.
No. I did see something he said was crazy.
Is he on Twitter? He ready to check up the world.
He better delete it.
Delete
I'm
it.
tell you for sure he got you.
Delete. You're right. He got you.
Before we get started with halftime, let's talk about LeBron James. Aliens beware. There are another group of basketball all-stars reportedly signing up to beat you in a winner-takes-all in Space Jam 2. Space Jam 1 went on to gross $230 million worldwide and included some of the NBA's biggest stars like Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, and Patrick Ewing. Now, Bugs Bunny and the Looney Tunes will now team with LeBron James on the court to battle with a new squad. James' roster will include key roles from new Lakers teammates Anthony Davis plus Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, Diana Taurasi, and sisters Shanae and Nneka Ogwumike. He also said several other hoop stars from the NBA and the WNBA alike will be in the movie starred and produced by LeBron James. What do you give a A through F grade on this casting call?
Go ahead, Coach.
I give it a B. I think it's the best he could do because rumors were that there were other players that they wanted and they turned it down. So you can't blame them for getting the players they got if the people they wanted turned it down.
Right.
But the players that they have now makes me feel like it's going to be a different kind of storyline because I went through and tried to compare the players who would be who. So I had Klay would be the Bird player, AD would be the Patrick Ewing player. Damian Lillard would be the Muggsy Bogues. And they replaced the Sean Bradley and Larry Johnson with WNBA players. So they're not going to be the same kind of players.
Right.
So I want to know where they're going to go with the storyline, how they're going to do it.
I give it a B minus. What saved it was the WNBA inclusion.
Yeah.
Because their roster, that's definitely like the B League All-Star team.
I know.
You know what I mean? You definitely know it's going to be a LeBron James focused family movie. You know what I mean? It's not going to be Jordan saved the world, LeBron saved the world. He's going to be defending his family for some reason or something like that.
Yeah. I think I would give it a C plus, right in the middle.
Okay.
I think he couldn't get a lot of the players that he necessarily wanted because, like you said, like the Nike affiliation, but not having Joel Embiid, not having Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is a worldwide star, and the major drop. Bless you, my brother.
Thank you.
Knowing that Zion is all but signed to Nike,
Right.
You not have Zion Williamson in this. He's the biggest star. He's the perfect Robin to LeBron James, Batman. You just look at it. They wore the same off-white suit in the draft.
Yeah.
Dude, like I'm telling you, man, like they really dropped the ball not locking in Zion for this. And maybe it's something Zion, he didn't want to do it, but in turn, you have to take advantage of this because in turn, if they're saying that he's this transcendent talent, like Jeff's been saying for the last year and a half, you have to put him on the silver screen next to your biggest star in the world.
I just don't think no one wanted to do that against LeBron. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't want to play LeBron's Batman. I mean, LeBron's Robin. Zion wants to do Space Jam 3 about him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He have a small role or something. There's a way that you slide Zion in there, and it's like, hey, at the end, you know how they do on I haven't seen a Marvel movie in a while, but they'll show
transition.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, it's set to release July 16th, 2021.
Yep.
So, have they started recording?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the reason why he couldn't be in the movie, because as a collegiate athlete, could he gotten paid to do that?
Yeah, but they started once the season was over with. So,
okay, so
he's been in. He has the bubble like Michael Jordan had before. Yeah. Darius Garland was there working out in the bubble and stuff. So for sure, he could have got Zion in, and I still think he left it open when he's saying that
maybe
there's going to be some other hoop stars from the NBA and the WNBA. So let's hope
that
they don't drop the ball and not have Zion in it for sure. You guys ready to get started with halftime?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get it.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime, we have another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Coach Brown's a former TSU tight end and the current defensive coordinator for Hillsborough High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to the Burrows. Coach Brown will give an insight on hot topics from a former player and a current coach's perspective. Let's see what Coach Brown has to say this week.
Good evening. I am Coach Brown, and welcome to Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. We're talking NBA basketball. You know that we just had the draft. It was an exciting time. But let's lead off with the LeBron James-led Lakers. We now see this narrative continuing of LeBron James wanting to play with top 5 and top 10 players in order to continue to win. So now they get Anthony Davis, and they're probably going to get another top 10 guy. I mean, we've heard rumbles of maybe Kawhi, maybe Kemba Walker. That's like playing 2K. And I'm playing with the East or West All-Stars. That's what my sons do. So I don't know, FSP. What do you guys think about that? It just rubs me the wrong way. Okay? We're going to talk about the New Orleans Pelicans a little bit. How intriguing is their team now? We don't know if Randall's going to stay, but they still have Holiday. They just added Zion, just added Hayes. Can they make the playoffs? They have a very solid coach in Gentry. Another question. How is Zion Williams' game going to translate? So, FSP, what do you guys think? Moving on to just some thoughts about the NBA draft. There were a lot of fathers there with their sons, which made it very magical for me. It really hit home being that I'm a father. And I'm just going to leave you guys with some words of wisdom. Those fathers that weren't there and weren't in those kids' lives, and now they've made it, I'm pretty sure they feel some sort of way. But You don't present or try to be involved in your kid's life just because you think they're going to make it. It's an investment regardless. It's your job and obligation as a father to be there for their child no matter what. If he's going to be a lottery pick or he's going to be a mailman, it doesn't matter. It's your obligation to be a father. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of men have missed out on the impact that they could have placed in their child's life. Men, step up to the plate, do what you're supposed to do. Fatherhood isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. Hey, I am the coach, Coach Brown, that is, Rue, and I'm gone.
And that is another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. First thing he talked about, LeBron James needing so much help. Is this true?
It's the world LeBron created. He's just living in his own world, man. Sure. You know,
hey man, if you can do it, why not?
Yeah, I mean, he's 17 years into the game now, right? 16? This would be 17.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So with him being in his 17th year, hell yeah, he needs some help now. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron James carried a franchise to multiple championships.
Yeah.
That he didn't win, but you got now. You look at it, you know, he's 3-6. Yeah, he won 3. He won 3.
He didn't win as many.
Yeah, he lost 6 though. Coach, that's a lot.
3-6 Mafia.
3-6 Mafia. Yeah. Here's the thing.
Jeez.
Now we realize why he didn't win some of those championships with Kyrie, because he had a person that was mentally unstable as his Robin.
Facts.
This dude called into a radio station. Jeff and I
we're
understand.
back.
That's your man.
And we're back.
I know that's your man, and you don't want to believe that. That was him.
If that
Yeah.
cup, man, I'm
It
out.
will never get that.
If that's Kyrie,
Yeah.
man, he's
You
done.
off the train?
Yeah, man.
He'll never
Okay.
admit
Yeah,
it, so
yeah.
you good. He'll never admit it, so you good.
He'd be good.
But there's ways to come out. Phone records might leak.
True. That ain't gonna happen.
Somebody in this camp might say, "Yeah, he did that."
Nah,
You know
he's a
what I
Rock Nation now. He's fine. That ain't gonna come out. He's a Rock Nation now. Second thing you talked about, can the Pels make the playoffs?
I personally believe so. Yes.
In the West?
I don't think
In the
so.
West.
Just because they in the West.
Yeah, they
That's
was in
my
the East
thing.
maybe.
The only reason it was a couple of reasons. Brandon Ingram, his game was starting to form last year before the injury, before they shut him down. Hopefully Lonzo is healthy.
For sure.
Hopefully. And Drew Holiday's Drew Holiday.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So Zion just got to give 16 and 8. If
So
he can give you 16 and 8, they got a chance.
So it's your starting
8-7.
five.
Oh, definitely 8. No, I'm not going in. I'm not
Yeah.
going. Definitely 8.
He's barely making it.
Yeah.
So you got Lonzo, you got Drew,
Yeah.
you got B.I.,
Yeah.
you got Zion,
Yeah.
you got Jaleel Okafor, which they might sign another 5.
Yeah.
And then they also have Jackson Hayes,
The kid that just,
which he's a project at best.
Yeah.
That is a 9, maybe 10 seed.
It's close
close
race.
though.
It's
It's close.
them, San Antonio, Sacramento,
Shout out to my
Minnesota.
boys.
Minnesota. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fighting for that spot right there.
Yeah,
They're
for sure.
fighting for all that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Because
yeah,
you got to think the Lakers going to move ahead of everyone.
sure.
Right. And then bump San Antonio down. And the Clippers, if they don't sign anybody,
Clippers.
easily,
Clippers.
And
Yeah,
OKC.
OKC.
I ain't
They'll
so
be fine.
okay.
Y'all talking about trading.
They talking about trading Steven Adams. And that's
And
a horrible
Roberson.
idea.
If
That's
they
a
do
horrible
that,
idea.
they
And
cancel.
Schroeder.
Yeah. Because they can't pay the luxury tax no more.
is crazy.
So if you come in the season with that,
You're in trouble.
see what I'm
They
saying?
in trouble either way.
I can see them not making the playoffs next year.
Yeah, it'll be
Like
tough.
that. Yeah.
Got some hot off the presses, man.
Okay.
UConn is moving back to the Big East.
That makes sense.
15 years ago, the Big East lost them and lost some other major names,
Yeah.
other programs, including UConn, to go to a new conference, which is the AAC, the
Okay.
American Athletic Conference. It's been reported they'll go back in 2020. Now, the thing with it, though, is the AAC is not going to let the UConn football team stay and play.
Oh.
So that's why this is a big deal, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to do that.
Wow. How the hell are they do that?
They saying that they might go independent.
Mm.
So the other sports are playing the Big East, and then the football team will be independent. Now the thing is, the AAC just signed a television deal,
Okay.
but they saying that's not expected to impact the deal significantly. But UConn will have to pay a $10 million buyout, which they can negotiate.
Yeah.
TV wise, it'll hurt the girls
Mm-hmm.
because they're gonna lose the girls to playing to the Big East.
Yeah.
But I think this is good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Gives them a little more competition.
Yeah.
Because they were dominating.
Yeah. And UConn girls, I think that's the major move because now they actually get to play against a little more competition. Not a lot,
A little better.
but a little better
Right.
competition. They used to kill it in the AAC. The boys are on a rebuild with the older Hurley. So, yeah, man, that's a huge deal, man. Nothing like the Big East. Nothing like Big East basketball.
Yeah. Right.
I missed that for sure.
Mhm.
And the last thing Coach Brown talked about, Father's Day, man. Again, a lot of people didn't have fathers in their lives. Some people had really great fathers in their lives.
Yeah.
And I think it helped shape the men that they become either good and bad. So, yeah, man, if you're a father, man, be in those kids' lives, man, because you see the pure admiration that those kids had for their fathers on draft day, man.
Yeah.
It made it super cool. Even though I made fun of people crying and stuff like that, I know the reason why they're emotional is because they're just happy because they had a guy in their lives to kind of push them in the right direction. Huge deal.
Like I saw a tweet that said the NBA is soft now because these draft picks have their fathers in their life.
Wait a minute.
I'm like, come on, man.
Clearly came from somebody
Come
that didn't
on,
have a
man.
dad.
Come on,
bitter
man.
such and such.
Right. Come on, man. I don't hate that, man.
Have some class,
Yeah,
Twitter.
please.
Stay
whoever that
classy,
was.
man.
For sure. Let's get started the second half, fellas.
The second half is underway.
Second half, the 2019 NBA Postseason Awards Show, FSP style, episode 276. I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Coach Lock, the NBA regular season awards are set to be announced on June the 24th. 2019 NBA Awards on TNT, 7 p.m. if you're trying to catch that. But before you guys do that, FSP is here to unveil our postseason awards and also circle back and look at our mid-season picks as well. The NBA has recently released their finalists for each awards, and along with our awards, we are unveiling our picks. Let's get it started. Cameraman, where you at, dog?
Cameraman got it. He said he ain't got no picks. He said he working.
My bad.
He working. He said he working.
Let's kick it off, man. Most overrated player, and my mid-season pick was Russell Westbrook. What about you, Jeff?
Wow. My mid-season pick was Tim Hardaway Jr. That was a very selfish pick of my own.
Yeah, now you just mad at me. That was out of spite.
Yeah.
Coach, like, who you guys your most overrated?
I went with Andrew Wiggins.
Stick with the theme of episode 276.
When he was a rookie of the year, he was averaged third lowest points per game this season with 18. You go from rookie of the year to doing that. He shot a career low from the field.
Yeah.
He was expected to be leading his team by now.
Yeah.
So if you're the number one pick, at this point in your career, we expect to see some progress. We expect to see you playing late in the playoffs. Hell, we expect to see you playing in the playoffs.
Something. Something.
So
Yeah.
I went with Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah. I'm sticking with that as well. I have Andrew Wiggins. He surpassed Russell Westbrook for me. He just freakishly athletic. To be that athletic and not play a lick of defense is very, very disheartening to me. To be a person on the team and you only average 2.1 assists per game entering your 4 years. Come on, man. 33% from three. In turn, you're just limiting your game even more. He lost his Adidas deal.
I didn't know that.
Shit, wouldn't you get rid of him too?
Yeah, I would get rid of him too.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I just didn't know it happened.
Andrew Wiggins is just living off a reputation that we talked about earlier in the show because he was, we were tanking for Jabari and tanking for Andrew Wiggins. If he can't find a motor under the hood within the next few years, you'll be talking about a massive bust. So he has to pick it up for sure. So, yeah, my most overrated player is Andrew Wiggins.
Is it a lack of motor, or is he just not working on his game? Because there's no reason you should still be shooting 30% from the field.
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both, man. I really don't think that he works on just ways to develop his game more.
Yeah.
And again, dude, you have Karl Anthony Towns, who's an all-star on that team. You have to find a way to compliment him. I think in his mind, he still thinks he's the number one, and he is not a number one.
No, not shooting 30%.
Yeah, I think he's the fourth best player on the team that he's currently on.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. I think Jeff Teague's better than him.
Yeah.
I can see. I can see that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Is that the other one?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me Gorgie Jang over him. Who you got?
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
Jesus.
Well, all right. Let me keep the controversy going.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum.
Oh, I see what he's doing. I see why.
This was the way he played in the playoffs last year, his rookie year. This was supposed to be the crowning of him. Like we shouldn't have any questions going into year 3. Like, okay, what's he going to do now? Like, but now it seems like, Boston refused to trade him for AD. They kept him out of all trade talks, so they're banking on him. I hope I'm wrong. Because if not, Spike Lee's gonna have a long tenure of wondering what if.
Facts.
So nah, man. I just didn't see it from him this year on a consistent basis that warranted the hype that came into this season for him. So that's why I'm going Jason Tatum.
Yeah, I understand all that.
I know what you're gonna say.
Here's the
Every
thing.
time. Here we go.
The years that you saw him kill in those playoffs, who was not on that team?
Oh, he was there. He just was in street clothes.
Exactly.
Kyrie Irving was in street clothes.
The Boston call-in. So for sure, I think we'll see a whole new Jason Tatum. He just signed an exclusive shoe deal with Jordan Brand.
Yes,
so,
he did.
I think we'll see a whole new Jason Tatum next year, minus Kyrie Irving, and he better hope and pray that Chris Paul's there.
Because
really great.
he ain't had no point guard.
He don't got a point
Because
guard.
Scared Terry gone.
Yeah.
Does he get a signature shoe with Jordan, or is he just a Jordan athlete?
Nah.
He's a Jordan athlete. I don't think he'll get a signature shoe unless he turns into what you were talking about.
All NBA
for sure.
first team.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah.
Speaking of which, something y'all omitted last week. Just want to talk about it real quick. Did y'all see who was ranked the number one sneaker in the NBA for last season?
Kobe?
Nope.
Who?
The why not? 0.2.
Yeah, I got to see that.
Yeah, I can show it to you.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
Please.
Just want to throw that out
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
Number one rated signature shoe last
Really?
year. Yeah.
It's a bad day.
That's tough.
It's a terrible shoe.
That's a terrible shoe.
That's a terrible shoe. What's a bad shoe?
That's a terrible shoe.
I just want to throw that out.
I would throw that out too.
That's
I would
news.
throw that out
Hey,
too.
listen to me. I would have never guessed that. That's news to me.
Damn.
All right, man. The most underrated player.
For sure.
My midseason pick was Spencer Dinwiddie. Who would you have, Jay?
I had Blake Griffin.
Okay. Coach, like, who you got?
I went with Montrezl Harrell.
That's solid, Coach.
You know, average 16 points,
Spicy.
6.5 rebounds, 1.3 blocks, all career highs.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, he stepped it up, increased his points by 2, and shot 73% from the field in the playoffs. And he blocks 4% of opponents' shots when he's on the floor, and he helped the Clippers make the playoffs. And they pushed the Warriors to 6. You know, it wasn't quite 7, but they gave them all they wanted.
They did.
Healthy Warriors.
Healthy
Yeah.
Warriors, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
And
they were really healthy.
Yeah.
he was one of the main reasons.
Yeah.
And he's not a real offensive threat kind of guy where you just throwing the ball and move out the way.
Yeah.
But he's energetic. He'll get a bucket if you give it to him, but that's not what you think of when you think of Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah.
So I went with him for a most underrated player.
Sure. I had Blake Griffin. I'm sticking with my motif of Blake Griffin. I think he had an excellent season and went way under the radar. One of his best seasons as an NBA player, and he did this all without a point guard. He was basically the point guard on the team.
That's true.
So playing at a really high level. I hate that he got injured heading into the playoffs, but if you look at the way that he played at that level, if they had a shell of a point guard, they would be okay. And I hope and pray that they find a way to get Reggie Jackson out of there and get a serviceable point guard while Blake Griffin is still in his prime. So,
because man, Blake was fun to watch.
Oh man,
he was
for
doing
sure.
everything. I know I said on the show I didn't believe in his jump shot. I didn't believe in his game was well rounded as it was. I was wrong.
You can tell he worked.
Completely wrong.
You can tell that he
You're
worked.
absolutely right, Coach.
Yeah.
I stuck with Spencer Dinwiddie.
Okay.
I feel like that team, if they just sign a point guard, because you can't lose Russell and not have somebody filling his position right there. If they keep that team intact, they're gonna scare some people next year. And because they play team basketball, and it's just fun to watch, man. And Spencer is one of the key components of that team. Definitely a league pass worth checking out every night. Yeah.
I was talking to Animal Brown about Spencer Dinwiddie, and what I didn't know, he was a 6'6" point guard. I always thought he played the 2. He's a point guard on that team, 6-man off the bench, and he didn't get mentioned in any of the 6-man talk, which is disrespectful to him. He had a really good year because a lot of people, he's not even one of the finalists, and he had a really good year. And if it wasn't for the great year that Karis LeVert had, we would have got a little bit more of a little bit more fanfare towards Spencer Dinwiddie. That's a good pick for sure.
All right, next we have breakout player. Who did you guys have for your midseason pick?
For my midseason pick, I had De'Aaron Fox.
My boy.
My midseason pick was Buddy Hield.
My boy.
Yeah.
That's the Sacramento Kings backcourt.
Yeah.
Coach Lock style.
hey.
I owe you lunch, dog. 4 years after the fact, he sure did turn it on when
One more time. He turned it on.
Turned it on.
He did not want to
I ain't
let
wanna
that
talk about
jump.
He did. I was listening. Oh man, I was wondering if he was gonna take it.
I was hot about it too. She lied. Thought about lying.
I went with Pascal Siakam, Toronto. Yeah. He increased his points by 9 from 7.3 to 16.9. 7 rebounds, 3 assists. And then he increased again in the playoffs when it really mattered. Helped the Raptors to the NBA championship. Even though some games he was up and down, but when it mattered, he got it done, and he helped. He didn't lead, but he helped them to the championship.
Sure. Yeah, he like a huge component as to why they won that championship. They're saying Sekou Demboye, who's going to the Detroit Pistons, is going to be the next Pascal Siakam, and lightning don't strike twice.
You don't believe it. You don't believe it.
For sure.
Oh my God.
My pick, and the lightning still ain't struck for Pascal neither.
It's struck.
Has the money came yet?
It's gonna come. They owe him. He's gonna get paid.
Wait.
Listen,
he's gonna get paid.
He's gonna steal that money.
Yeah,
they gonna pay him.
They gonna pay him.
Just you wait.
They gonna pay him.
You living,
and he gonna let him down.
For sure. My pick was Jamal Murray. He's one of 22 players averaging 18 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. His efficiency dipped during the season, but this kid played out of his mind the second half of the season, and his light will give a little greener with Paul Millsap not being there as far as his touches. And you have a center who's also your point guard as a viable passer in Jokic. He claimed place on the league's top scoring guards next year. I say Jamal Murray will average 25 points a game next year.
My mid-season pick, like I said, was De'Aaron Fox. I'm going to go with Pascal Siakam for everything Coach said.
Yeah.
And kind of piggyback off what Coach said, those up and down games. I give him this. Even the games that he was down, especially in the finals, dude had one speed.
Yeah,
he's looking for a bucket, no matter what.
Kid hungry. Looking for a kid that's trying to get a contract.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And once they get that contract.
So all right, Jay.
All right.
All my guys breaking out.
De'Aaron Fox easily could have been on this.
Yes, sir.
And you got to realize he's younger than DeAndre Hunter and Brandon Clark. So a easy pick right there. Yeah. Next topic is Defensive Player of the Year. My midseason pick was Paul George. Yeah. For my pick. Who you got, Jeff?
My midseason pick was also Paul George.
Okay. And Coach Locke, who do you have as your player?
I went with Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
Opposing shooters average 34.4% on 3-point shot attempts when he's the primary defender. Dang. Their efficiency drops against him in the mid-range area, and they only shoot 36% from under 15 feet. And he saves Utah at least 1 point per minute with this defensive effectiveness while on the floor.
It's a hell of a stat. 1 point. Saves 1 point per minute.
Yeah, for sure. Right there. Nice. That means you're effective defensively, for sure. Who you got, Joe?
Even though the last memory of him is not a good defensive one, last memory of the season, I should say, is not a good defensive one. I'm sticking with Paul George.
Sticking with PG.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Hey, man, I give him credit, That was the best defense he could play.
Nah, for sure.
Nobody expects him to shoot that shot.
I'm just saying, the last memory of him on defense is...
Because if he run it back, though, he really contested the shot.
It was great.
He did.
Great contest.
He did.
He was there.
The hand was so great that people were saying that was good defense, and he came out and said, that was just a lucky shot. So he had a tough shot.
Yeah. So, Paul George.
Is there a chance that we might see something we haven't seen really long time since the 93-94 season, that the person wins MVP and Defensive Player of the Year when Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Possible.
It can happen.
I don't think we will. I have Rudy Gobert winning this as well, but I don't think we'll have MVP Defensive Player of the Year until next year when Anthony Davis wins both.
Woo! Hot take. Early. Way too early.
You got to play the Nelly song right there.
It's getting hot. Good. Yeah, for sure. But no, Rudy Gobert is the Defensive Player of the Year, nearly twice as many blocks as PG and Giannis, and has the second highest steal rate among the three. One thing that really stands out is the way that he plays defense. Like I said, when he's out there, he changes up so many shots, man. And with a player like that playing with Donovan Mitchell, now you have Mike Conley. Mm-hmm. Sky's going to be the limit for the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, they're going to be a team to watch for sure.
Most definitely.
Let's move on to Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
All right, my midseason pick, I had Luka Doncic.
Yes, you did.
All right, Jay, who'd you have? For
I
midseason?
had Luka Doncic. For
Coach, like, who you have as the rookie of the year?
Luka Doncic.
All right.
Averaged 21 points, 7.8 rebounds, 6 assists, shot 43% from the field, 33% from the three, which is not that great, but you can work on that. But he led all rookies with minutes with 32.2.
Yeah.
Led his team in points, assists, field goal attempts, free throw attempts, and was second in rebounding. He was third in NBA All-Star votes behind LeBron and Giannis. And he led all rookies in scoring, three-pointers made, and free throws made.
Yeah. That's the definition of your rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Well, you got your rookie of the year, Jeff?
I also chose Luka.
Okay.
I think the race was over with what season started? October?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the race was over with in December.
Yeah.
Trey just turned it on too late.
Turned it on. He hit the corner too late. He figured it out too late. Yeah.
That was it. He found his sea legs very late. But like I said earlier, ain't funny no more.
Ain't funny no more. They got to play.
Help is on the way.
Yeah, the help is on the way. I have Luka as well. I had him as the best player in the draft last year, and he fell to 5th because, again, we're terrified of overseas players coming in and being an immediate impact. You have my guy Mario Hezonja, who a lot of people put a lot of pressure on, and they failed to do the things that Lucas did.
That was your man.
That's still my guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your man.
But the clutch factor of Luka Doncic gave me and also he started out from the beginning, and he fell off kind of late too. And Trey was playing at such a high level late that he brought it a little closer. But Luka, super calm, cool, collect, and he looks like he's having fun. That's the best part about it.
Well,
Does Harrison Barnes going into free agency hurt them?
No. Well, you
Talk about Sacramento. Talk about Sacramento.
Yes, no.
Think so?
I think he just wants to solidify 5 years.
Okay.
So in turn, just kind of like Chris Middleton, they know that this is the best year that they'll have a chance to get the max amount of money.
Okay.
And they want to be able to get that next year because think about it in Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox is going to shoot more.
Right.
Bagley's going to get the lion's share of everything.
Right.
And Buddy is Buddy. So in turn, he's
You
not
got
going to
your
get
3.
You got
You
your
got
3.
your 3. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
for sure.
next we have the 6th man of the year. Who do you guys have for your midseason pick?
Mid-season, I had Dennis Schroeder. It's a solid pick.
It sounds crazy, but it was
solid.
Yeah,
Midseason it was
I had Demonis Sabonis.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Well, I went with Lou Will.
Okay.
Yeah, hanging low fruit, I guess you could say. This would be his 3rd time if he winning this award. He averaged 20 points, was leading the team. 5.4 assists, 3 rebounds in 26 minutes per game.
Yeah.
He was another reason that the Clippers took the Warriors all they wanted in those playoffs. Yeah. And Lou Will is just that player, man. Any given night he can go for 50.
Yeah.
You know, once he sees the ball going in the goal in the rim,
It's going.
he putting the shots up and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Nah.
Because he makes tough shots.
Tough shot maker, tough shot
So
taker.
went with Lou Will right there.
Sure.
Definitely with Lou Will.
With Lou.
Just picture if Lou ever got to play. Now that he's found his game, he know what he is. He can get a buck whenever he wants to. Picture him playing on a team with 2 other superstars or something like that, like a super team, and you got Lou Will as an option, like an Iguodala type player.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh my god!
The funny thing about Lou is that I think he's used to that role, and he's taken the torch from Jamal Crawford. He's kind of picked up where Jamal Crawford left off and really turned it into his own award.
Yeah.
With that being said, I have Montrezl Harrell winning this award. Mainly because Lou Williams' usage rate is 32% and Montrezl Harrell is 22%.
Okay.
So in less time, he's doing a lot more. And even though Lou is the quintessential 6 man, I think Montrezl affected the game a lot more defensively. Of course, because Lou doesn't play a lick.
He don't want to.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You get one, I get one. That's
Yeah,
how Lou look at it.
exactly. Yeah, no, for sure. So I got Montrezl winning 6
He
man.
thinking you gonna miss before I miss.
Yeah, no, for sure. Who got most improved? Me. Yep. All right, cool. Move on to the most improved player. Candidates for De'Aaron Fox, D'Angelo Russell, and Pascal Siakam. Who'd you have as your midseason pick, Jeff?
I had Jamal Murray.
Okay.
My midseason pick.
My midseason pick was Pascal Siakam. Coach, who do you have winning the award?
My boy De'Aaron Fox.
Ooh.
That's right. It may be a little home cooking because that's my guy, but he increased his points by 6.
Yeah.
His field goal percentage went up to 46, which is up by 4 4.6, and it's 37% from the three, which is up 6.4%. And he helped Sacramento increase wins by 12. Now, we know it wasn't just him. Buddy Hield was there helping. He had a career high in points also. But
You had to bring that up.
De'Aaron Fox, I think he's starting to turn that corner in his second year, and he's starting to figure it out. And I think the Kings would be somebody to watch in the future.
Oh yeah, I agree. My choice was D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
Who would have thought, right? From where he where he was at
Recording.
first, doing stuff like that to now, like where the Lakers would love to have him.
Yeah.
The Lakers would love to have him.
Yeah.
Now.
Here's the funny thing. So they traded that third pick and got Zoe or something like that. They traded him anyway. Now they want him back.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to and they also bringing back Brook Lopez as well, who they didn't want to sign for $3 million. So this is a shit organization. But
Magic got out of there.
This is the main thing I was talking about. I went on a tangent. We don't even think about the recording stuff as much as we used to compared to because he's a player now.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The play on the court is is actually consuming the world, and he's playing at a really high level. Yeah. I like D'Angelo Russell for sure, man. And he's an all-star. Here's the thing, though. Karis LeVert didn't get hurt. Karis LeVert would have taken that all-star spot instead of D'Angelo Russell.
He was cooking.
Yeah. My pick, though, is Pascal Siakam. Pascal brought up his points to double digits for the first time in his career. Just with all the improvements, becoming an important part to that Raptors team, and they needed him to win this championship, which they did. The thing that I worry about with him, hope he doesn't fall in love with the three like Serge did, because we saw Serge at this level, and he was playing wiry all over. It's like, God, he helped that OKC team get to that Golden State 3-1 lead, and you get to this point now, it's like, dang.
Then he fell in love with the spray ball.
You follow, and I see Pascal in that same corner because it started off with Serge. Okay, it was that corner, and Serge would be in that damn corner shooting those threes. Like, why is he keep shooting? Pascal's doing the same thing. You can fall in love to it, and you get your R&B girlfriend.
Oh, Lord.
And then
shout out to Kerry.
And then it gets nasty. But this year,
don't you put that evil on him, man?
Kerry was fine.
Still fine.
Yes, she
today,
right now,
yesterday.
Yes.
But here's the thing. You got to pay him.
Yeah,
they paid Serge. Serge coming off the bench.
That's what I'm saying. Don't put that evil on him.
Because they're going to pay him.
It took a left turn for Serge. Like, as soon as he found that corner three, and then, that god-awful mid-range jump shot.
He fell in love with it. He fell in love with it.
Nah, don't do it like that. Let's move on to Coach of the Year, man. The candidates are Doc Rivers, Mike Budenholzer, and Michael Malone. My mid-season pick was Michael Malone of Denver. Who'd you have, Jay?
My mid-season pick was also and I was Mike Budenholzer. Okay. Coach Bud. Yep.
Coach?
I think Doc Rivers should win this award because he took the Clippers to where nobody thought they were going to be this year. True. But we know they're going to give it to Mike because he led the Bucks to the best record in the NBA. Ooh. They increased the wins by 16 to 60. Yeah. Because last year they only won 44, and it's the best record they've had since 1980. And the Bucks possess the best defensive rating with a 105.2. Okay. So I think Mike is going to win this award. So that was my pick.
Coach Bud?
I got Michael Malone to Denver.
Okay.
Just simple fact of I know Jokic is your guy.
Okay.
I know, and I watched him play. I wish he was on whatever team I had. I want him on my team.
Same, you know what I'm saying? Brother.
But I think whatever the rest of those guys in Denver, I know, with Jamal Murray and all that good stuff. But that Denver team should not have been a number 2 seed.
Nope.
Let's just be honest.
Sure.
That was some great coaching, putting guys in positions and getting them both out of your talent. So I'm going with Michael Malone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have Doc Rivers. I think that Clippers team had 0 stars on it, per se. They have some promising young talent with SGA, have the fiery Patrick Beverly, and then you have 2 6-man of the year candidates and Gallo, but you still don't have a star. Mm-hmm. And for the Clippers to still manage to make the playoffs and make a spark in a tough Western Conference, not only that, huge margin in between them and the 9th place Kings, Sacramento being 9 games behind the Clippers. It shows how much that Doc Rivers had compared to what Sacramento had. And I really do think that you have to give this award to Doc Rivers because he did it with no superstar. No star. It's not even a star.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to happen.
I hope so.
But if,
I hope it
think
does.
It makes total sense to me.
Most definitely.
Well, wrapping it up with the big award of the league.
The granddaddy of them all.
The MVP.
Yeah.
Who did you guys have for your midseason pick?
My midseason was James Harden.
My midseason pick was Paul George.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
He was a midseason MVP.
But that second half schedule for OKC was rough.
I said that was going to be his problem.
It hurt him.
Yep.
So I went with Giannis Antetokounmpo. He shot 64% from the 2.
Yeah.
27 points, 12.6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 58% from the field overall.
Okay.
He had a play efficiency rate of 30.7. His team has a 9.4 differential, which is best in the league. They hold the points of 53 shooting at the basket when he's guarding them. He averages roughly 8 shots less than James Harden, who a lot of people going to think.
More efficient.
Played 13% fewer minutes than Harden, and he had the second best individual defensive rating in the NBA and the third most defensive win shares.
Yeah.
Want me to go?
You got it.
I got you, Weezy. The last two of the last 3 things you said is why I give it to James Harden.
Yeah.
He had to take more shots and he had to play more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden. That's it. Everything you said makes total sense.
Yeah.
But he had to do more with less. Because CP was out a majority of the season. What's my man? Clint Capella was out for most of the season. Austin Rivers was trying to find his way being added to the team.
Right.
It pains me to say it because I feel like he underachieved in the postseason yet again. But,
As he always does.
Yeah, of course. Yet again.
But
it's a regular season award.
That's what it is.
James Harden.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Before I get into my soliloquy as to why I picked this guy to win MVP, can we talk about how awesome it is that Paul George is even mentioned for MVP? He's a finalist between Antetokounmpo and also James Harden. Coming off that gruesome injury, moving to a new location, sharing the stage with a 2-time MVP.
One time.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Kobe only won it, what, twice?
Once.
Yeah,
for sure.
So don't do that.
So again, and playing with Westbrook, a man who's allegedly very hard to play with, and having such a great season that you are picked MVP is super inspiring. And shout out to Paul George, who will never play meaningful basketball as long as he's there. But I know, man, I hate that mainly because of the luxury tax stuff. Yeah. But my pick is Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. Ultimately, it comes down to the name of the award, who's more valuable. And I think if the person wasn't on the team, who would be worse? And I think it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think the Rockets will still be in the playoffs. They still be one of the best teams in the league without James Harden. I think with Paul, Gordon, and Tucker, the Rockets would still have a formidable starting 5. However, the Bucks, I think, would struggle without Giannis and wouldn't. I don't think they would be in the postseason without Giannis. So, and definitely not this far. So, I think Giannis Antetokounmpo is my MVP.
Yeah. They couldn't without Giannis with Middleton. What's your point guard that you love?
Bledsoe, yeah. Come on.
And I'm just saying, these your guys.
He's my guy.
Yeah.
Bledsoe's my guy. Middleton ain't my guy. Okay.
All right. So with the rest of that team minus Giannis, couldn't beat out Orlando. Couldn't beat out what's your other man name? The Pacers. I can't think of his name.
Vic.
Right. Without Oladipo, Pacers.
Vic was hurt though.
I don't say without Oladipo.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Bucks still make the playoffs without Giannis.
I don't think so, man. I think from a stat standpoint, it's almost a wash.
Okay.
But Harden has average in points, and I think Giannis has average in rebounds, maybe. But Harden's assist numbers are better. Giannis' field goal percentage is higher. Giannis has a better PER. Just a bunch of different things. I think with Harden not there, you remember when everybody's like, the ball moves around a little bit more free. Now, we have to count, though. We're counting this if CP was healthy, too.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So if CP is healthy and you have a full Eric Gordon just steps in where Harden is, and he'll average 22, 21. Okay. Compared to Chris Paul, I think he'll push his up to 18, a little higher to what he'll have to do. He'll just do a little bit more, and everybody else will come up, and I think there'll be a 7 seed. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
One thing, they defense will go up because now you got Eric Gordon out there in that spot playing defense.
Yeah. You said that's so matter of fact. One thing.
Hey, just saying.
I do think that this will be one of the closest MVP races of all time, but I really think that it'll end up going with Giannis because people Well, and I think, which sucks because the awards is totally a postseason award, and you look at the full body of work, and Giannis' team made farther, and everybody saw James Harden and the way he looked in these playoffs was very rough to watch, tough basketball to watch, but I really do think Giannis deserves this one. It's a better story, man.
Will we see co-MVP?
No. Ooh. That'll be some NBA stuff right there, though.
Wouldn't that makes sense to me, though.
Hey,
it's closer than I'm telling you. It's very close. But
I wouldn't be shocked.
I think writers and voters have a bad taste in their mouth for both players.
Yeah,
because it's like both underachieving in the playoffs, even though you shouldn't factor in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah, they are though.
Whose taste is better though? Pause.
God.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
James Harden.
Exactly.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And that is another postseason. The NBA is over with, fellas.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, for sure. But more than anything, man, it was great doing this NBA talk throughout the year. I'm excited about the summer and free agency, which assuming we'll talk about next week. Lord willing and the creek don't rise.
Most definitely.
For sure, man. I'm excited about these awards. Should they push these awards up a little bit earlier? Like maybe push the draft back a week and then have the awards the week before?
I was thinking that. But like you should have the awards like right after the finals or during the finals or something like.
Well, you can have everybody there, but
right after. Though.
Right after. Like because the NHL awards was the week after the Stanley Cup Finals,
right?
And then now their draft was right now.
Yeah, it's going on
right now. Yeah, so that makes more sense. They got to fix that.
Yeah,
because these awards, damn, we're already ready for free agency. Like some of those players might not even be on the team.
Right.
Like Dwayne Casey got fired and won Coach of the Year, and we saw that last year.
That's crazy. Yeah, that'd always be crazy.
Yeah,
How you get fired being Coach of the Year?
Yeah, I mean, show why.
Well, they won the chip.
Kawhi Leonard.
I'm not saying you wrong, Coach, but it's just
LeBron James. That's all LeBron.
In the history books, it's like, well, they fired the coach and won the chip. Works out.
Again, congratulations to our co-host Weezy, man.
Most definitely.
Yeah, for sure, man. We're happy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How long you got, cameraman, as far as PTO? Got a little bit.
3 weeks.
That's a lot. I don't think he got that much time.
Wow,
that's a lot of time.
Yeah, for sure. Hey man, shout out to our YouTube subscribers.
For sure,
all of them. We crossed that 100 mark.
Yeah.
Shout out to
to all of y'all, man. We appreciate it. Yeah. Keep telling a friend. Keep telling people to subscribe for sure.
Yeah. For sure, man. More importantly, shout out to the FSP cameraman.
Most definitely.
Put in the work.
Most definitely.
Got it popping.
Hardest working man in podcast.
Hardest working man in podcast.
Everything you see, man. He makes us look good.
He makes us look good, man. Shout out to the hardest working man in podcast and the FSP cameraman.
Like you said, send him some DMs, ladies.
For sure. Get his shit right. Get his shit right. My bad,
cameraman. I should have.
Yeah. That was Jeff's fault. Now tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe, but more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell the YouTube friends.
We're most definitely about that Full Sport Press podcast. Jeff.
Camera's always on.
Man. Coach Locke.
Get a drummer song.
Most definitely, man. The revolution will be podcasted. We are out.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.